All right. What is going on, everybody? Welcome in to the week 2 edition of the 5-minute debate here at 14 Personnel. As always, I am your host, Justin Wright, and I am joined by very special guest, fantasy analyst over at PFF, Andrew Erickson, the TikTok star himself. Andrew, how's it going, man?
Doing great. I already got the TikTok video out. Go get Elijah Mitchell. I'm excited. But yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, this will be a good one, guys. As always, we switched it up with in-season. So we're debating streamers or, RB2s or whatever you want to call it. We're doing week-by-week player debates. This week, we got a good one. We got Melvin Gordon versus Kareem Hunt here. So Melvin Gordon versus the Jags. Who are the Browns taking this week, Andrew? Who are they going up against?
They are playing the Houston Texans.
It's two juicy matchups, as good as you can find on the schedule, it seems like. These two guys, maybe not the RB1s in their own offense, but they still carry RB2 value each and every week. They have flex appeal as well, obviously, at that point. So I got my timer here. I'm taking Melvin Gordon. You got Kareem Hunt. Andrew, I'll throw it to you first. What do you have on Kareem Hunt for week 2?
Well, I really like the game fit for the Cleveland Browns in the running game. Again, they are favored by a number that is increasing by the minute. It's now over 12 points, favorites at home against the Houston Texans. And I was like, I was shocked when it was like 11 points. I was like, oh my God, like this is massive. And now it's a 12.5. I just think that the Browns are going to roll in this game. They're going to be pissed off because they lost to the Chiefs in Kansas City in the game that they could have won if things had kind of played out a different way. If they had Odell Beckham, they didn't enough to punt. So I think they're going to be pissed, and they're going to run it down the Texans' throats. Like what the Jaguars should have done last week when they were favored against the Texans and lost by 16 points. So again, the Vegas is giving no anything to the Texans. They know they're still a bad team, and the Browns are legit, a Super Bowl contender. So I think they're going to steamroll the Houston Texans, and that means Kareem Hunt's going to get more involved than he was last week. He only had 6 carries again, but he still scored a touchdown. He had 33 rushing yards. He still had around 9 touches in the first game. He still scored, and I just think that means he's going to. It's just I like the environment. I think he can score 2 touchdowns. Nick Chubb could have 2 touchdowns in this game, and Melvin Gordon got he got out carried by Javonte Williams. I know he had the big rush at the end.
Yep.
But how many of those big rushes does Melvin Gordon really have left?
That's the thing.
That's what my concern is. Hunt's more involved in the passing game than Chubb is. So I think that Hunt has more outs. I think that he's just more in line to score more touchdowns potentially in this game. So again, they're closely ranked for me, but that's why I'll lean with Kareem Hunt.
Yep. No, I hear you. So I'm on the Melvin Gordon side here. And the main reason is, while I like both of them as RB2s this week, I do think Kareem Hunt, I worry about him almost getting scripted out because he really has become such a he is the pass catching back there. And it's weird to say because he's a phenomenal runner as well. But in games where they lead, and we saw it last week, Nick Chubb is the goal line, the workhorse. He is everything to that offense. So I do worry. If Kareem Hunt they're going to be up early. We all know Cleveland is going to be up early. We know how this game is going to go. So if they get out to a huge lead, I do worry they just hammer home with Nick Chubb more so than Kareem Hunt. And on the flip side, Melvin Gordon, I don't think is really getting scripted out. That is a locked and loaded 50% split. So I don't think there's a game script that pushes him out of or off the field. Javonte Williams can push him off the field, but I don't think there's a score where they get to, up 14. You don't see Melvin Gordon again. So I do think that is something to consider. Melvin Gordon, again, before that huge 70-yard run, he was 10 for 31, nothing impressive, still 3 targets in a pretty neutral game script. So I just think Melvin Gordon feels a little bit safer, which I don't think I'm ever going to say again. But this week, it feels like he is the safer play because he's not in danger of, potentially losing all of the rushing work to Javonte Williams, where Kareem Hunt, like we said, has Nick Chubb on the other side.
Yeah, it's definitely a concern, but I just think that Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb are going to eat in this game. They showed last year that they would use both of them when they were up in big games. And will he catch as many passes in this game? Like maybe not because they don't need to. But I mean, we could see freaking Demetric Felton get some run in this game. Dearness Johnson, a guy played in preseason. The guy played in preseason DFS get some run in this game. I mean, if the Houston, look, the Texans, credit to them. I think that the Jaguars did this last year. They won week 1 and then they lost 15 games in a row.
It's going to be bad.
That would not surprise me whatsoever. I know Houston's feeling good right now. They think they got their quarterback of the future in Tyrod Taylor, but look, man, he's in for a world of pain against the Cleveland Browns. I just think that, against a team that like literally knows what they're doing, I think that it's going to be Kareem Hunt and the Nick Chubb show.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. And again, these guys, I have them almost back to back. They're both back end RB2s for me this week. So I'm really splitting hairs if I have to talk down on Kareem Hunt. It's not that I'm anti Kareem Hunt. But before we kind of wrap this episode up here, we're coming up on 5 minutes. What are your thoughts on Kareem Hunt or Melvin Gordon against someone like, say, Mike Davis going against Tampa? Does Mike Davis fall into a category with these two, or are both of them coming out ahead of him?
I want nothing to do with Mike Davis against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Nothing, because it's like, dude, we just saw Zeke basically just do absolutely nothing against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, a guy we take in top 5, and people are going to throw out Mike Davis, who's like the least explosive running back in the NFL. Cordell Patterson was making him look like a guy running through cement last week. So
it was ugly.
I cannot imagine. Can Mike Davis get there by catching dump offs? Yeah, that's how he's going to get there. But you're not going to enjoy watching it. It's not going to be a good experience. I'm not starting Mike Davis again. I have him, I think, back end outside my top 25 running backs. I know, again, he can get there if he catches enough passes. Like, that's his outlet. But I got to imagine they're going to try to push the ball down more downfield, similar to how the Dallas Cowboys attacked the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in week 1.
Yeah, we saw the blueprint for how you can potentially get after the Bucs, if the line holds up. And I don't know if Atlanta's line holds up. I'm very much anti Mike Davis this week for everything you said. I am 100% in agreement. But all right, guys, there it is. Kareem Hunt versus Melvin Gordon versus kind of Mike Davis. Thanks for joining us. Andrew, man, I appreciate you hopping on. Is there anything else you want to share with the people before we get out of here?
Josh Gordon is back. The jersey is back up. So, yes, Josh Gordon, you're reinstated. Don't blow your waiver wire budget on him just because you don't know. These are precious moments and days we have Josh Gordon available. So, tread lightly.
We appreciate it, man. Thanks for hopping on. And as always, guys, you can catch me over on Twitter at Justin_14P. See the banner up top for the Instagram and Twitter handles for the 14P channel. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks for joining.